Hi, in this lecture we'll talk about the emergence of norms. Social life is full of norms, such as that you should eat with a knife and fork, that you should keep to the right on the street, and so forth. And they play a major role in the things we do and we don't do. So we may ask, why do we have these norms? Why not other norms? How do norms emerge? Sociologists say that norms emerge as solutions to problems, but not problems at the level of the individual, but at the collective level. Norms are rational responses to problems groups and societies face. They emerge to solve two types of problems, namely cooperation problems and coordination problems. Let's review an example of a cooperation problem. Suppose you live in a student dorm, and suppose there is a common room which you share with other students and where you can cook and do the dishes. What can you do in this situation? Well, you can help to clean the common room now and then, or you can decide not to do that at all. Now, what will you do? Suppose other students are cleaning the common room. In that case, it's more attractive for you not to do anything. Let other students clean. Great, so you can relax. It gives you a 10 on the happiness scale. But what if other students are not doing anything? That's a very bad situation, because the room will be a mess. If you would then decide to clean the room on your own every day, while other students are having a great party, taking advantage of you, you will not be happy at all. It will give you a 4. So you decide to relax as well. In summary, you will decide to relax rather than cleaning, whatever the other students are doing. So relaxing is a dominant strategy. A strategy that is favorable to choose irrespective of what the other students are doing. And other students will reason in the same way as you do. They will also be tempted to not do the dishes and not cleaning the common room. The end result is that you and the other students will not clean the house. This is the collective outcome in a student dorm. And the strange thing about this collective outcome is that it's not making people very happy. Everyone could be a bit happier if they would clean now and then. This is an example of a cooperation problem, also called social dilemma situation. These are conditions in which rational, self-interest behavior results in collective problems, because individuals are tempted to free ride. Now, these kind of cooperation problems occur in many domains of life. For example, what difference would it make to the environment if you decide not to fly, whereas all other people are doing? Because each individual reasons in this way, the long-term consequence might be global warming and environmental damage. Or if I'm in the park on a busy Sunday, what difference would it make if I throw my trash in the bin if the others are not doing that? Because each individual reasons in this way, the long-term consequence is a dirty park. So these are examples of cooperation problems. Injunctive norms can be a solution to these cooperation problems. If people obey social and legal norms, they are better off as a collective than they would without such norms. Typically, legal norms emerge as response to problems societies face, whereas social norms provide solutions for group problems. Now let's review an example of how legal norms emerge. Imagine fishers who are tempted to catch as many fish as they can. And because every fisher reasons in this way, the collective result is that there is no more fish. A very bad collective outcome. As a solution to this social dilemma situations, legal norms emerge, such as fishers may not exceed fish quota. If fishers do not comply with these legal norms, they are sanctioned by the government. And therefore, the incentive structure changes. With these sanctions in mind, it becomes more attractive for fishers to stick to the fish quota, and everyone is better off. So the take-home message is that if you want to understand the emergence of particular injunctive norms, it's often fruitful to see them as solutions to cooperation problems. Now, norms may also emerge as response to so-called coordination problems. An example of a coordination problem is the situation in which you greet someone. Let's simplify the situation and assume we have just two options, either handshaking or bowing. Whatever you decide to do, it will be better if you do the same thing as the other person, right? It would be a bit awkward if you want to give a handshake, whereas the other person is bowing. This is an example of a coordination problem, and everyone benefits from doing the same thing as the others do, but what others will do is uncertain. There's no dominant strategy, and therefore rules are needed to coordinate actions, to make sure everyone is doing the same thing. And these rules are descriptive norms, and they specify what people are expected to do in certain circumstances, such as that they should shake hands. And unlike injunctive norms, violating such descriptive norms do not lead to sanctions. Now, our life is full of descriptive norms, such as that we are expected to eat with a knife and fork, the language that we speak, and so on. And these descriptive norms are sometimes imposed by the government, just top down. Then they are called decrees. Or they may also emerge more bottom up, from repeated interactions between individuals, and who themselves then come up with a generally accepted rule, which then becomes self-enforcing. Take-home message is that if you want to understand the emergence of particular descriptive norms, it's often fruitful to see them as solutions to coordination problems. So in summary, norms may emerge as solutions to collective problems. They may solve problems of human cooperation and coordination. Injunctive norms solve cooperation problems, whereas descriptive norms mitigate problems of coordination. So in a way, you could therefore say that norms are brains of our collective culture. Very often, they emerged with good reasons. Okay, thanks.